Adios. Live. This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley, providing you with the highest quality food for your family. This week at Daggett's, get Hormel all-natural pork butts for $1.59 per pound. Honey Crisp apples are just $1.79 per pound. Daggett's own fresh baked Italian bread is 2 for $3, and Best Choice mac and cheese is 3 for $1. Deals are good this week only while supplies last. So hurry into your local grocery store, Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley.
Live in the John Hershes Cambridge Motor Studios, this is WCMP.
The following is a production of WCMP Sports.
And with that, we welcome you into the Princeton Ice Arena. Andy Beckstrom on hand for WCMP Hockey here on a Monday night. A little bit of a chilly Monday night, but nonetheless, we come inside. It's actually warmer inside than it is outside here in the Princeton area, at least when I got here it was. I ran outside just a little bit ago, and it's a little chilly outside, but definitely going to be nice inside as the Dragons of Pine City come all the way over to Princeton to take on the Tigers of Princeton in a Mississippi 8 battle. These two teams in different conferences last year, so a little bit different as far as the last couple of years. Pine City comes in 7-6. They have won 7 of their last 9, including a 7-6 overtime winner over the top of St. Francis. They're 6-4 in conference play, and their 7-6 record pretty good after losing their first 4 games to start. Last year in the Two Rivers, they were 21-7, 6-0 in conference play, losing in the third round to Monticello. Princeton comes in, on the other hand, 3-6 on the year, 2-5 in Mississippi 8 conference action. Their last game was a 4-3 victory over the top of Sauk Rapids Rice, splitting each of their last 6 games, 3-3 in those games. Last year they were 14-13-1, 7-5 in conference play, also losing in the third round to Monticello. Pine City, of course, having a bye going into the postseason. Pine City won 5-2 earlier this year. They split last year. And now we're looking to get things underway once again here tonight. Mason Olson is going to oppose James Kager. Those will be your 2 goaltenders for the night tonight. Pine City going with Parker Sell, Mason McKiska, and Aiden Welch up front. And Daniel Sluka and Jared Carpenter on the back end for the Dragons. Puck along the far side as we are underway. First shot comes just a little bit wide of Olson over to the near side. Pine City chases after it. Princeton will pick it up, though, and start it the other direction. Backhanded in on the far side by Berglund. It's going to go partway down, but not all the way deep. Berglund will pick it up once again. Dragons back after it. Will work their way out of their own zone. The starting lineup for the Princeton Tigers, as I mentioned, James Kager, the sophomore, in net for the Tigers at the other end of the ice. That puck heads down the length of the ice for an icing call. Defense is going to be Alex Miller and Ryan Melland. Wingers are going to be Tyler Berglund and Blake Smith. Centering that line will be Cameron Jensen. First couple changes out on the ice. Face off on the near side left of Olson. Willie to take the draw against Seth Linnell. Puck one back, and a shot comes most of the way through. Never made it all the way through to Olson. That one goes just wide of the net. I think that Willie got a piece of that one, but it went just wide of the net. Olson was down in his crouch, but maybe had a chance to be able to get that. Willie trying to flip it out front. He's got a couple of people there. He's going to be tied up in the netting. Patnode was on the doorstep waiting for it, but couldn't get it past the net. Got hung up in that. We'll get a whistle and a face-off in the Pine City zone. Pine City goes back to that top line with Welch, McKiska, and Sell. Move the face-off back out to the neutral zone. 16:04 to play first period. No score between Princeton and Pine City. Face-off on the far side dot back in the neutral zone. Welch and Willie to take the draw as we are finishing up some issues with the netting back behind Mason Olson. As I mentioned, Pine City won the last matchup between these two teams February 2nd this year, so just a handful of weeks ago. These two teams split last year. once during the regular season and once during tournament play. Not being conference foes, they weren't going to play twice, but tournament action ended up leading these two on a collision course, and each team winning kind of a lopsided margin. One was 7-1, one was 8-1. Each team getting a victory throughout the course of the regular season last year. Puck back behind, chasing after it there, trying to get it is going to be Patnode. Puck along that far side, it'll be Huber that tries to bring it out in front. Going to come back through center. Stewart will chase back after it in his own zone. Flipped over on the far side now by Prosser. And it'll be picked up by Welch. Welch crosses the line. He's in 1-on-4. He's got a little bit of help coming in. He's tripped up. We're going to have our first whistle of the first period. Going to be at 15:25. Two-minute on a trip. Miner's going to go against Hunter Carver. 2 minutes for tripping. Puts Pine City on the power play. First opportunity of the game, just a minute and a half in. Puck will come back now for Sluka, and the Dragons will set it up. Over to the near side, Sell back up top for Sluka. Sluka slides it over to the far side on the wing. That's going to be sent out in front by McKiska, and goes off the side of the cage. McKiska will play it back underneath for Welch. Welch behind the net. Knocked away from him by Lindquist. A couple of players come in to help. Sell in there. Carpenter as well, trying to be able to drive in after it. McKiska has the puck come away from him around the near side, and it's going to come out of the zone all the way back down the length of the ice. Both teams will try to get at least a partial change, one or two players. Maybe not a full change, as we're only 45 seconds through the power play. Puck knocked up in the air, and shorthanded Berglund trying to be able to take that puck away and keep it in the zone. Back will come Smetna, gets it across the line, but loses it, and Pine City has to chase back into their own end to be able to pick it up. Under a minute to go in the power play, 14:25 to go in the period. Linnell dropped the puck, nobody there though. He'll work his way back through the neutral zone. Drop it over to the near side, and it'll be crossing the line with Lindblom. Lindblom fires that one out in front. It's going to be knocked down by Kegger. Over to the near side, into the corner it'll go. Linnell back behind, trying to dig that one out of there. A little bit of tie up on the near side as the puck comes out in front, and it's going to be a power play goal for the Dragons. Ryder Youngbauer getting the goal. Power play goal at 2:58. Youngbauer from Lindbaum on the power play makes it 1-0 in favor of the Pine City Dragons. They come right back after it. Puck dropped off for Sell, fires a shot. Kager makes the save, and he's able to hold on. .49 in the first period of action. Shots on goal, 3-0 in favor of Pine City. That's going to be a fourth one. Went off of the glove and then off of the cage from Kegger. Puck up top. Carpenter's going to wrist one out in front. Welch comes up with it. Welch roofs that one. Back-to-back Pine City goals. That one was flipped in by Carpenter. Welch just happened to be the benefactor of a deflected pass. Ends up coming away with it. He's able to top shelf it past the netminder. .323 at the time of that goal. Carpenter and Sell combine on the assists on that one, making it 2-0. That one an even strength goal for the Dragons. Gives them the 2-0 lead here in the early going of the first period. Trying to take control of this game early. Again, they won this matchup earlier this year, but it was not necessarily a runaway affair. Puck flipped up. Linnell's going to glove that one down. It'll come back for Carpenter. The matchup earlier this year, Pine City won it 5-1. Puck in the Pine City defensive zone. They're trying to dig it out from there, and finally, now it'll come out wide over to the near side with Sluka. Sluka crosses the line, and his line mate Smetna fires that one in, held on to by Keger. Pine City's dealt with some injuries and, of course, the pandemic effect. We had a game about a week ago where young Oskar Grabavl started and had a terrific game in his very first start as a freshman and got the win on that one. Puck knocked up into the bench area of Princeton. It'll come back into the Tiger zone for a faceoff. Dragons able to get back McKiska and Welch. They were very shorthanded in that particular game, but they were able to still come away with the victory. And then, of course, the other night winning in overtime against St. Francis, continuing their hot surge after struggling at the beginning of the season. They played well. They'd scored a lot of goals early in the game. That one popped up in the air in front of the netminder, Kager, and now Kager is down. That one's rifled wide of the net. Ryberg tried to take advantage. That one's going to be high by Sell. Just off the blocker. Puck back behind. Kager trying to chase after it. Dragons are scrambling, trying to get that puck out in front. Finally, Princeton able to settle it down and gets it back out to the neutral zone. Youngbauer is going to backhand it in, but the Dragons offsides have to come back after it. It's going to allow Kager to be able to go back and get his stick. Kager got hit hard back behind. Puck back out to the neutral zone. Correction, just shy in the neutral zone. Huber able to keep that one. They go back behind. Princeton trying to flip it out in front. Goes high in the air, but it doesn't come out in front. Linnell will pick it up and try to start it back. Taken away by him by Berglund. Berglund trying to turn the other direction. Trying to play it back to the blue line. Prosser, though, was back in the neutral zone. Puck will come deep into the zone. Pine City will set it up from there. Youngbauer wraps it around the boards over to the far side. It'll come back out just out in the zone by Prosser. And now it'll be picked up by Linnell. He'll flip it in along the right wing. It'll go back behind Kager. 11:20 to play, first period. Pine City leads it 2-0. Along the near side, Carpenter steps up. Attempting to center it out in front for Smetna. Unable to do so. Carpenter will get it back and fire it in on Kager, who will hold on. Up on the board at least. Princeton not showing a shot on goal just yet. 8-0 is the shots on goal for Pine City, who's put on a tremendous amount of pressure here in the early going. 2-0 is the lead. That shot comes through. Save made. Rebound is going to be flipped up in the air, and we get a quick whistle. Back behind, Welch tried to go around Kager with that one as the puck flipped up in the air. I think the official from the backside thought that it was in his glove. Carpenter took that initial shot. Got paddled down by Kager out in front. Faceoff comes back. Once again, that shot's going to be knocked to the corner, or at least knocked back behind by Kager. Got a piece of it with the stick. Back it'll come. Sluka will step up on it. Another save made. Might have been blocked out in front. Sat weak side on the crease, but nobody there to be able to poke it in for the Dragons. And Pine City is going to go back on defense. Princeton comes into the offensive end. Fires that one in deep. Back after it is going to be Berglund. On that far side, now it's going to be Smith trying to work back behind. Puck taken away by the Dragons. Puck over to the near side, and finally it'll come away. Working out in front is going to be Jensen, and Jensen tied up, loses the puck. Sluka feeds it off over to the far side. Sell lost the puck, however. Berglund's going to pick it up and send it back ahead. Jensen just missed it as it goes deep into the zone. Pine City will pick it up back after it. Linnell will get it around the near side boards. Out front now, Linnell will get it right back, and he'll try to cross the line going the other direction. Doesn't get it very far, though, as it's taken away by Donné. Now the puck knocked up in the air, and I think it went into the breezers of somebody. Puck finally comes free. Have a face-off back in the neutral zone. 10 minutes left to play here. First period of action, 2-0 in favor of the Pine City Dragons. Face off on the far side, Linnell to take the draw. against Levi Nelson. Draw finally ultimately comes away with Princeton working their way into the zone. Dene tries to bring it out in front. Nelson out in front, sitting there on the doorstep, but they can't get it connected with him. Trying to get it there was Bauman. And then now it's going to be in the back of the net as it got put out in front. And Princeton is on the board. Even strength goal at 7-12. Makes it now 2-1. So it's going to be Dene on the goal, making it 2-1 as Princeton on the board, trying to be able to show some life here in this first period. Pine City came out shooting, came out hot, but Princeton has answered back here in this first period. Puck along the near side. Welch will get it back out through center, slides it forward, and misses everybody. He'll come all the way back down for Kager, who quickly leads defense to offense going the other direction. Carver comes in on the near side, slides it in deep. Sluka's going to come back after it now for Pine City. Puck along the far side. Sluka's going to get it out of the zone. Ahead for Parker Sell. Sell in on the right wing, fires that one. Carver, I think Kager maybe got a piece of that, but just directed it to the corner. Puck back to the blue line. Carpenter tried to step up on it, but hops his stick. He fires it back in, but the Pine City Dragons offsides. It'll be picked up back in the neutral zone and played ahead on the left wing for Huber. He loses the puck. It'll be brought back by Sluka. Sluka in with Sell, fires a shot. Kager makes the save and holds on. With 8:45 to play, first period, 2-1 is our score. Face off on the far side left of Kager is going to be won back by the Tigers and back out to the neutral zone. Pazdernik works his way in. Fires that shot. It's going to be deflected high up into the rafters. Face off will remain in the zone. Far side right of Mason Olson. Draw one back by the Dragons. And back it'll come Youngbauer. Plays it over to the near side, but kept into the blue line. Duffner kept it in the zone. That shot goes high just over the top of the net. I'm not sure that Olson even seen it. It didn't look like he even reacted. McKiska back behind, trying to get it back to the blue line. Youngbauer also poking away at it. Linnell has it pinned up against the boards on the far side. Kicks it ahead. Smetna will start it out. Smetna gets it ahead over to the near side as Lindblom crosses the line. Lindblom into the zone. Works his way back behind, had a puck deflected to the corner on the near side. Puck slides back behind the netminder Kager. Smetna tried to chase after it, but it's going to be Princeton that'll pick it up, and Lindquist will start it back. Lindquist all the way through the neutral zone, works his way into the offensive end. Loses the puck as he comes in, though, as he was offsides. Quick pass ahead for Smetna just out of his reach, and will be sent back by Melland. Dragons on the far side trying to be able to poke check that one ahead. McKiska had it knocked away from him, and Welch will come back after it. Welch plays it back into his own zone for Sluka. Back for Welch, loses it over to the far side. Pazdernik is going to pick it up, trying to center it out in front. He's got Smith. Smith trying to turn and be able to get it on the doorstep for Mellon, but he couldn't quite connect. Mellon a little bit tied up, and it'll come back for Smetna. Smetna in on the left wing, loses an edge as he slides it through the crease dangerously, but nobody there wearing a green jersey. Back at the point, Sluka sends that one in. It's going to go wide of the net. Picked up back behind and brought back by Jensen. Starts it over to the far side. Mellon's going to cross the line and get back through center. Dumps the puck in as the Tigers come in to chase. Over to the near side, out in front. Jensen tried to drive in after Olsen, but we get a whistle. Seven minutes even left to go here in period number one. Shots on goal are 14-3, but the score 2-1. As Princeton has made the most of the shots that they've had. They've had a couple of really good scoring opportunities here in the last few minutes as well. Pine City started out hot to begin the game, but Princeton has come on strong since then. Sluka gets his skate stuck in the ice back behind the netminder. He's able to spin away, though, from the defense. Puck comes back to the blue line. Stewart keeps it in initially. Puck over to the far side as Bauman initially kept it in. Now it's going to come back the other direction for Welch. Welch gets deep into the zone, back behind the net. Puck picked up, though, by the Tigers and brought back now on the left wing by Bauman. Bauman crosses the line. He's got somebody going to the front of the net in Donné, who's involved in that last goal. Puck kept in on the far side by Nelson. Flipped up in the air. Nelson's going to backhand it, trying to keep it in the zone. Instead, it's going to be Parker Sell that's going to start it the other direction. Makes one nifty move, but he loses the puck in the process. Lindblom instead crosses the line for the Dragons, but he's not able to hold it all the way through. Puck will come through over to the near side now. Cross ice for Lindblom. Lindblom in on the right wing. Slides that puck deep as he lost possession of it. Linnell comes in support. Comes away with the puck. Checked from behind. Knocked down by Willie. Puck will come over to the near side. Back it'll come for Rydberg at the point. Rydberg walks the blue line over to the Linnell on the near side. Slides that puck over. Carpenter tried to give and go with Linnell, but he was not ready to head back underneath. Linnell now picks it up underneath. He's in there with Smetna. Puck over to the near side. It's going to be Patno trying to get it out of the zone. Flips it over to the near side. It's going to be chipped ahead by Willie. Dragons, though, back in their own zone, pick it up and start it back the other direction. That puck is sent the length of the ice. They wave off icing. Kegger set on the edge of the net, but did not look like he played it at all, but they said that he came out just a little bit. That puck ends up being on goal, so they'll wave off any icing there. McKiska works his way back the other direction, fires a shot, glove save made by Kegger, and we get a whistle and a draw on the Tiger zone. 5:09 to play first period here on WCMP. Stick with us during the first period intermission. We'll talk to one of the members of the coaching staff, one of the Sauter brothers for the Pine City Dragons will join us. We'll also recap the scoring and any of the stats from the first period of play. It'll be a little bit more than 5 minutes of game time before we get to that here in the first period intermission from Princeton, home of the Tigers. That shot comes in from the neutral zone by Youngbauer, knocked away by Kegger, and he'll come back out to the neutral zone. Rydberg skates his way back into his own zone, tries to play it up ahead, ends up hitting it right off of the stick of Patnode. Patnode plays it back underneath. Over to the far side, Hubert trying to slip a check and get it out in front. Patnode takes a big hit over on the far side, and the Dragons will come back with it. Flipped high up off the net, or off the window, I should say. Back to the neutral zone. And now a long lead pass over to the near side for Parker Sell. Sell works his way in, fires a shot. Big rebound came out. Lindblom was coming down the middle. But a good job by Kegger controlling the rebound, making sure it goes wide instead of back up top. One of the biggest things about being a goaltender is not necessarily making the save, but being able to control where that rebound comes out, whether you were able to hold on or whether you direct it away from rebound attempts. So many goals come on just rebounds that end up sitting right out in front, and that's something teams try to work on, and Kegger does a good job on that one, be able to direct it away. Back it'll come now for Pizdernik, flips it in deep. He'll chase in after it. Princeton will clear back behind, or change back behind, I should say. Carpenter will pick it up and start it back over to the near side. Lindblom backhands it across the line. Princeton's going to pick it up from there, though. Lindblom trying to chop away at it. Instead, it'll come back out to the neutral zone for Pizdernik, who will backhand it in deep. Sluka starting his way out of his own zone, flips it over to the near side, but Pine City was changing. There was nobody rushing on the left wing. Mellon in his own zone, pushes it back out to the neutral zone. Sluka will pick it up there, and Carpenter will work his way back towards the other end of the arena, away from the entrance end of the arena here in Princeton. Nice arena in downtown Princeton, just kind of out by the hospital, just off 169. If you've never been here, really nice facility. A couple of rinks. We are in the East Rink. That'll be two for tonight's matchup. Puck back out to the neutral zone as Smetna will pick it up, sends it back, tipped by McKiska, but it'll be picked up by the Dragons and brought back by Stewart. Up ahead will come now for Berglund, gets his way back into the zone. Tried to center it out in front as he had Smith on the doorstep, but he couldn't quite connect. It went to the backside, and Smith had his stick on the other end. Puck will come back over to the near side, and now the Dragons have numbers going the other direction. Across it'll go for Sell. He's across with McKiska, but the Tigers get back on defense quite nicely with 2.5 to play in the first period. Berglund on the far side, flips it back out to center. Youngbauer will pick it up there and dump it back in. Dragons give chase as the Tigers try to set up from behind their own net. Stewart will start it along the far side, and Berglund will play it back out through center. Smith gets through center, fires that one just a little bit wide of Olsen. Olsen lets it sit down next to him as we go under 2 minutes to play here in period number 1. Puck back behind, trying to center it out in front. He's got Patno coming right down the slot. Did Berglund, but couldn't get that puck out in front. Dragons trying to be able to prevent that from happening. Now it'll be picked up by Berglund, working in on the right wing. Berglund trying to come inside. He's got Jensen out in front. And nice play by Parker Sell to lift the stick, knock that puck away. Now Sell's going to start the other direction, and it's going to be a high stick called on Parker Sell. He knocked that one down and then tried to play it forward. A high stick will be called, and it'll come back the other direction. 90 seconds remain in the first period. 2-1 is the score in favor of the Pine City Dragons here in Princeton. Princeton Civic Center, home of the Tigers. So glad you could join us out here on WCMP Online. Andy Beckstrom on hand for the call of Pine City and Princeton hockey. Puck back behind is going to be brought around by Patnold over to the near side. Back to the point, and sending it is going to be Duffner, deflected by a lot of traffic out in front. Far side, Lindquist tried to do the same thing, got the same result. Smetno tried to start it back now for the Dragons. Works his way over to the near side, loses the puck, however. Princeton will bring it back the other direction. Now it'll be picked up by Lindblom. Cross for Carpenter. Carpenter waits. Now flips it off the net on his near side as we go under 1 minute remaining in period number 1. Princeton doing a good job being able to limit Pine City through the neutral zone. That shot comes all the way through from Duffner. Save made by Olsen, and it'll come back for Linnell. Linnell is able to get it in the zone, but Smetna was in early. Smetna is able to check back up. Puck still sits right along that blue line. Smetna's going to come away with it. Works his way back through. He's able to get free, but he lost the puck. Knocked away from him nicely by Patno, who flips it back out to center. Dragons will start it from there. Puck over to the near side as Thole onto the ice. Loses the puck. It's going to come back for Willie, and Mason Olsen makes a nice save. Turnover, gave it to Willie in deep. And Mason Olsen has to come up big. Able to do so, and he remains a 2-1 score with 19.5 seconds remaining in period number 1. Face-off one back behind by Princeton. Over to the near side as they were able to hold the zone, and it goes up into the netting. Smith played it down underneath and went up into the net. Yet another draw in the zone. Berglund and Welsh to take the draw on the near side left of Olsen. And now Berglund's going to leave the circle, so it'll be Jensen instead to take the draw. Puck comes back over to the near side as the Dragons trying to get it out of the zone. McKiska loses it. It's going to be knocked away from him by Smith. Puck back behind. Sluka is going to start it from there. Sluka holds onto the puck, and that'll be the end of the first period of play. 2-1 is our score. We'll come back and wrap up the first period and talk with one of the Sauter brothers.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/get there. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
M Health Fairview brings world-class care to North Branch. You'll have access to the latest groundbreaking research discoveries combined with convenient care close to home. In North Branch, their dedicated care team specializes in family medicine, diabetes education, and physical therapy. Most of the staff and providers from the Pine City Clinic are now available in North Branch. To schedule an appointment, call 1-855-FAIRVIEW or use MyChart. Urgent care is also available Monday through Friday from noon till 8 and 9 till 5 on the weekends.
One period in the books here on WCMP. Andy Beckstrom joined by Coach Sauter here during the first period intermission. And Coach, first and foremost, it seemed like you started gangbusters right out of the break.
Yeah, the first couple of shifts, they had a little extra jump in their step. I know they haven't played for a while, but after that, we came back strong and put the pressure on them and pumped a couple in.
Princeton seemed to answer, though, after you guys went up 2-0 right away. They came right back and weren't going to be outdone, even though they were kind of outdone as far as shots on goal. They were able to make the most of their opportunities.
Yeah, they had a little pushback there. I think that's one only one we'd like to have back. It was kind of a poor angle, but that's we'll come back from that.
What's the message in the locker room for the second?
I'll just keep moving our feet, keep doing what we're doing, and pressuring their D, and we'll get some chances.
Sounds good. Thank you very much for joining us here on the first period intermission. We'll be back with the second when we return on WCMP.
Minnesota. It's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Online at minnesotaequipment.com.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Chad Greenway here. Mortgage rates haven't been this low since 2017. Time to talk to your local Franzen Bank about buying your first home, a cabin, or an investment property, building your dream home, refinancing to lower your mortgage payment, or for a home improvement project. Franzen Bank will be with you every step of the way. Find your local Franzen Bank mortgage expert today at franzenbank.com/getthere. Tell them Greenway sent you. Franzen Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear and Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear and Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear and Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
It takes a team effort to ensure a successful future. That's why Town & Country Insurance in Hinckley, Finlayson, and Mora, your local Grinnell Mutual member insurance company, and Grinnell Mutual are celebrating the accomplishments of our student athletes across every sport. We recognize the dedication it takes to work and play hard. Your display of teamwork makes it easy to trust in tomorrow. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
WCMP Online, Andy Beckstrom on hand. Back here in Princeton as we work our way through the first period intermission. 2-1 is the score in favor of the Pine City Dragons. Over the top of the Princeton Tigers, taking a look at the shots on goal after the first period. 17-7 were the shots on goal. Princeton able to get a handful on the board, but it was about 8-0 before they got anything going. But they scored on one of their first two shots, able to cut that lead in half. Princeton battled back in that period, as we talked with Coach Sauter about during the first period intermission. Taking a look at how we got to where we are right now, the first thing that happened was a penalty at 1:35 of the period. Carver Huber tripping minor from Princeton. Less than a minute later, Ryder Youngbauer from Jimmy Lindblom, a power play goal at 2:58, made it 1-0. Pine City got on the board once again at 3:23 of the period. Aiden Welch from Jared Carpenter and Parker Sell made it 2-0. At that point in time, it looked like Pine City was going to absolutely roll as they had all the momentum in the world. However, Princeton, not to be outdone, was able to battle back. They were able to get kind of out of the mode of whatever was happening in that period and be able to feel a little bit more confident as the period wore along. They scored just a few minutes later, 7:12 of the period. Timothy Dene from Jake Bauman at 7:12 made it 2-1. The remainder of the period went fairly even. Pine City was still able to get a few more shots on goal to make it 17-7, but nonetheless, Princeton was able to answer back and be able to feel pretty good going into that first period locker room break. Talking to Coach Sauter, definitely thought that they played well during the first handful of minutes, but they're going to have to make sure they keep their tempo up against the Princeton Tigers as they came back nicely as the period went along. 2-1 is their score. Pine City leads it after one period of play. We'll come back and get you set for the second period of action from Princeton when we return on WCMP Online.
Wellia Health offers sports medicine services at all our campuses in Mora, Pine City, and Hinckley. Dr. Mullen and his team treat a full range of sports injuries for all athletes at any level of competition. If you are injured, we want to help you return to the game as quickly and as safely as possible, providing the sports medicine care you need when you need it to help you live life well with Wellia Health. Call 320-679-1313 to schedule for any location.
Before it's too late, call Dale's Heating and Appliance. Winters here can be brutal. When the temperatures drop, it's important to keep your heating system working in your home or office. Dale's Heating and Appliance will install and service an array of top brand heating systems and provide 24-hour emergency service. Trustworthy, on-time, and worry-free, Dale's Heating and Appliance in Pine City, serving all communities. For expert service guaranteed, call 320-629-3531.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Each and every hockey player on the ice has had dreams of one day making it to the pros. As we get older, we still have dreams, but those dreams change. Are you dreaming of a new home or maybe a remodeling project on your current home? Let Log Creek Builders help you make your dreams a reality. George Sell with Log Creek Builders is ready to help you complete your next project. Visit Log Creek Builders on Facebook to see what dreams have come true for others and what is possible for you. Log Creek Builders says good luck and go Dragons.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our Rapid Mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
Reliance Financial is a full-service accounting and tax firm. They offer a broad range of services for both business and personal finance. They take pride in helping their clients achieve their financial goals. Reliance Financial can help you with tax planning and preparation, wealth management, and day-to-day accounting needs for your business. Whatever your financial needs are, reach out to the knowledgeable staff at Reliance Financial today. Locally owned and operated. Find them at rfinancial.org or 307-462-6991.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
Here in Princeton, as we work our way through the first period intermission, we got the ice resurfaced and got just about another minute before the teams come back out onto the ice as they are starting to work their way out of the locker room and getting set for the second period. Taking a look at some of the other games going on tonight for WCMP. Pine City is at Princeton. That's the game we have right now. Graham boys are taking on Hinckley in boys basketball. Girls basketball, Mora versus Aiken with Ethan on the call. That one. Got a nice set of games going on tomorrow. Pine City, Bram girls basketball, Onamia Hinckley girls basketball, Bram Pine City boys basketball, Cambridge Pine City girls hockey, and then I will have Hinckley and Onamia boys basketball from the Hinckley Gymnasium. We hope you can join us for one of those games as we get set to bring all of those to you tomorrow. If you're looking for one of the other games tonight, of course, the other couple of basketball games I mentioned. More Aiken girls and Bram Hinckley boys. And two other matchups that are going on in our local area. 2-1 is the score in favor of the Pine City Dragons here as we work our way into the second period of action from the Pine City Civic Center. Glad you could join us out on the broadcast. Andy Beckstrom on hand as the Pine City Dragons have come out of their locker room area, made their way to the bench. Not to the ice just yet, but the officials are out, and so here come the Princeton Tigers as well. Shots on goal from the first period, 17-7 in favor of the Pine City Dragons. They lead it also 2-1 after one period of play here from Princeton. Looking to get our second period underway. Of course, Pine City looking to try to be able to keep that hot start at the beginning of the period going. Princeton hoping to be able to keep the hot start at the end of the period going. As we work our way through into the second frame. The more difficult, as I mentioned almost every time that I do a broadcast, the more difficult just because that bench area is so far away when you try to change either on a power play or at the other end. Mason Olson and James Kager set to go for a second period of action. Got 17 minutes up on the clock. Netminders are set. Coach is giving the last little bit of instruction to their squads. Pine City to go with that top line to start. It appears that it'll be the top line as well for Princeton to start. As the faceoff is won initially by Welch across to the far side. It's going to be flipped in by McKiska. Back behind it'll go. 16:53 here as we are just underway in the second period of play here from Princeton. Back to the point. Sluka has it come just past the line. He sends that one back in. Blockered to the corner. Not a shot on goal, just wide of the net. That shot's going to be also wide of the net on the other direction. Sent in by Berglund. Olsen never got a piece of that one. It's going to be wide of him. Sluka back behind will start it out over to the near side. It'll come back to the point, and it'll be sent right back in by Alex Miller as Pine City unable to get the puck out of the zone. Over to the near side. Miller steps up on it. Going to be knocked down by Sluka. Sluka tries to start it out along the near boards. Flips it back out to center, just out of the reach of Parker Sell. Sell now knocks it away and is able to work his way ahead in the offensive zone. He's got Welch going to the front of the net, but a nice defensive play by Miller to knock that puck away from him. Sell turns and fires that one in, knocked to the corner by Kager. Welch will go his way back behind. He's got possession of the puck. Out in front, Smetna has it go past him. Sluka fires his shot. Initial save made. Rebound came right out in front, and it dribbled through the crease back to the point on the far side. Carpenter able to hold the zone. That one's flipped out in front, and Kager got a piece of that one again. Back to the point, Sluka able to hold the zone. Cross for Lindblom. Back it'll come. Smetna fires a shot, but it gets tied up in the legs of one of the defenders. That shot comes all the way through. Back for Sluka, who fires a shot, gets his own rebound, hits a pair of Tigers on the way through. And now Linnell can't hold the zone, and it'll come back for Carpenter as the Dragons putting on a tremendous amount of pressure to start the period here in the second. It's what they did to be able to start the game. Hoping to be able to do more of the same here in the second. Smetna works his way back behind, centers it out in front. Nobody there. It'll come away instead with Harvard. Huber back with it. Fires that one in. A save made by Olsen. Puck back behind. Rydberg tries to play that puck out of the zone, and Prosser drifted back out of the zone instead of stepping up on it. Puck over to the far side, brought in by Huber. Huber pinned up against the far side boards. And the puck will come away with Lindblom. Carpenter back behind, chasing after it, unable to get there. And the puck will come free for Princeton. That shot from the far side goes a little bit wide. Willie fired that one through. Puck back along the near side, and it'll finally come out of the zone. And Princeton will play it from their own end. Prosser sends it in on that far side. He was well behind the red line. That'll be icing. And we'll head all the way down into the Princeton zone for a faceoff. 14:28 to go here in the second period of action. The middle frame scheduled for 3. We'll play more if we have to. Talking with Adam Hefty, the matchup with Bram and Hinkley Finlayson. The JV game went to overtime, so a little bit of excitement in some of our other matchups. Puck knocked down on the way through. That one Rebound, Welch put that one in towards the net, but again, knocked down by the defense. Never made it all the way through. That one's going to be centered out in front by Youngbauer, but knocked away by Princeton, and they'll start it back with numbers. It's going to be Bauman working his way in, and Olsen save made. Rebound is going to be flipped up and wide of the net. What a save by Olsen, and absolutely devastated along this near side. Lindquist had the rebound with a wide open net as Olsen was flayed out with his one leg sticking out, was trying to get himself collected, and the rebound went well over the top of the net into the netting back behind. Move the faceoff back out to the neutral zone as Pine City did not touch that one, just flipped well too high. Pine City will get one more change, quick. Bring out the Linnell, Smetana, Lindblom line, paired with Youngbauer and Rydberg. Princeton will counter with the Levi Nelson line. Bauman and Donnet will flank him on either side. Puck backhanded in by Nelson. Rydberg back behind will start it out along the far side. Princeton pinching in, able to keep the zone. Backhanded in on the far side now by Duffner. Over to the far side. That shot rifles off the pipe on the far side. I think Olsen maybe got a piece of it, but nonetheless hit the pipe. Now dancing his way through is going to be Lindquist. He has the puck knocked away from him. Back out to center. It'll go now with Smetana. Smetana works his way in. Smetana in. Save made. And we get a whistle, and I believe it's going to be a penalty on a hooking. Hooking minor is going to go against Princeton. Smetana made a nice move to be able to get in, but a hooking minor will be assessed to Brody Lindquist. 3:29 of the period. Pine City is 1 for 1 on the power play. They go back on the man advantage. Nice defensive play by Smith, able to get that puck out of the zone. Battling with Parker Sells, such a good puck handler, but he's able to push and finally breaks that plane and gets the puck out of the zone. Carpenter unable to bring it in on that far side, but a big check is going to draw another minor on Princeton. Netminder is off, extra attacker is on, and now finally touched up by Princeton. It's going to be a 5-on-3 for the Dragons. Officials are going to discuss it, make sure that they are 100% sure on this one. Minute 34 to go in the power play right now. See what they do. I think they might be doing offsetting minors. You're moving the faceoff back out to the neutral zone. Usually if it's one way or the other, you end up with two power plays, or they power play the faceoff in the zone. So we're waiting to see what's happening here at the moment. At the moment, Smetana went to the bench. In the box is going to be Blake Smith. So waiting for a little bit of an explanation here, as it appears to be 5-on-3, but they going to be a 2-minute minor for charging. So it is going to be a 5-on-3. Princeton's going to play it back out to the neutral zone off the draw. And it'll come back now for Sluka. Sluka works his way in on the near side and sets up the offense, 5-on-3. Tic-tac-toe pass over to the near side. Now McKiska up top for Sluka. Over to the near side. McKiska fires a shot. And a great recovery initially by Kegger. Flags are waving and hands are in the air, but the official waves off the goal, says no goal. Not only that, but he also moves it back out to the neutral zone, so I think that it was a matter of one of the Dragons were in the crease area. Official's going to come over and discuss it with Coach Sauter. The initial save was a pretty good one by Kager as it was quick passing by the Dragons. Still remains 5-on-3 for another minute 15. Face off on this near side in the neutral zone. And the draw is won nicely by Berglund all the way back deep into the Pine City zone. He more so just one-timed it past everybody. And the Dragons are worked their way in on the far side. Out to the high slot. Sell works all the way in deep. Fires a shot and a glove save made by James Kager. Get the draw still deep in the zone, but very nice save by Kager on that play. Face up on the near side. Once again, Welch and Berglund to take the draw. Draws one back by the Dragons, controlled by Sluka. Sluka over to the near side. McKiska steps up, fires, save made, and held on to once again. Dragons trying to be able to get some shooting lanes and then just drive in hard. 12:18 to play in the period. 47 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Minute 14 to go in the second penalty. Puck around the far side. Sell is going to knock that one down and keep it in the zone on the far point. Over to the near side quickly. It'll come across for McKiska. Didn't have it cleanly, so he let that one go. Puck will come back to the blue line and out. Sluka wasn't able to chase that one down as it took a deflection. He'll work his way over to the near side and cross into the zone. Sluka swaps spots with Welch over to the far side. It's going to be nice passing back for McKiska. Tried to fire that one on a one-timer, but he couldn't get enough of it. Hit off the heel of his stick. McKiska over to the far side for Sell. Sell steps up top for Sluka. Sluka, high slot, fires a shot. Save was made. And another whistle immediately as soon as the puck hit Kager. Rebound came right out in front. And again, they move the draw back out to the neutral zone. 11 seconds remain in the 5-on-3. Pine City is 1 for 1 on the power play, but now a bunch of shots on goal, but not getting anything by Kager here on the 5-on-3. Parker Sell works his way in on the left wing. Puck over to the near side. Now up top for Sluka. Back it'll go McKiska. Back door. Couldn't quite kick it to himself. And now the puck's going to get back to the point, and one person is back on and trying to rush after the puck over to the far side. It was going to be Huber. However, Huber came back after that one, but wasn't able to get there. Still another power play. 10 seconds left to go. In that, Welch crosses the line on the near side. Welch, Oscar Carpenter. That shot comes through. Big rebound came out in front, and Stewart is able to pick that one up as the Tigers are back to full strength. Over to the near side now. Carpenter steps up, fires a shot. A lot of traffic out in front. It goes back behind. It is deflected on the way through. And Mellon's going to pick it up and bring it back now for the Tigers. Mellon crosses the line on the right wing. Comes his way all the way in deep with a lot of momentum. Back behind the netminder, Olsen. Puck flipped out in front, and Olsen's going to catch that one as it got tipped up in the air. Went off of Carpenter even. And Olsen just catches that like a fly ball. 10:39 to go here in the period, and now Pine City is 1 of 3 on the power play. Great job defensively by the Princeton Tigers. You got to feel that they're going to gain all the momentum in the world being able to kill off a 5-on-3 like that. Face off on the near side, going to be picked up by the Dragons. Rydberg will start it back over to the far side. Lindblom back for Rydberg. Rydberg slips it through on the near side, trying to get it for Smetna. And back it'll come now Linnell. Linnell had it knocked away from him momentarily, but he's able to gather it back. Works his way in on the left wing side. Puck taken away by Patnode. Back and forth it'll go, pinned up against the corner. Linnell back behind, takes the puck away. Tried to center it out in front. Deflected across for Patnode, and Patnode nicely back ahead now for Carver Huber. Huber in on the left wing, fires that one. Try to get it out in front. Rebound comes all the way back for a shot by Patnode. And Olsen with a pad save knocks it to the corner on the far side. 5 players dug into the corner. Puck finally comes free. It'll come out for Willie. And it'll be picked up by the Dragons. In the feet of Smetna. Can't handle it. It'll come back in now for the Tigers, rather. Puck knocked away from Lindquist. Back behind. Rydberg will pick it up there. Tries to slide along over to the far side. And it'll be Youngbauer. Plays it off the window and to the blue line, but not out. Patno is able to hold the zone momentarily. Knocks the puck down, and it'll be taken away instead by Lindblom. Lindblom, 3-2 going the other direction. Crosses into the zone. Tried to center it out for Linnell. But that extra defender was right there to be able to knock it away for Princeton. Princeton trying to get it out of the zone. Smith in on it. Instead, taken away by Smetana. Tried to center out in front. The only person there is going to be Patno wearing the wrong color sweater. Puck sent down the length of the ice. That's going to be an icing call on the Princeton Tigers. We'll head all the way back into the Princeton zone for a draw. Far side right of Kegger. Draw comes back. That one hits the pipe on the wrister by Carpenter. Right off the draw. Put that one off. I don't know if you could hear that through the broadcast, but that was quite the clang. Squared that one up. Puck lobbed back in by the Tigers on the other direction. Chasing in after it. Going to be Chase Grant. Puck will come back to the blue line. Sent out in front, and Olsen able to hold on. Prosser sent that one in. A lot of traffic out in front. A couple of deflections before it got to Olsen. He's able to gather that one up and hold on. 8:38 to play, period number 2. Still 2-1 is our score between Pine City and Princeton. Face off on the near side right. Nelson and Welch on the draw. It's going to be one back for Carpenter. Wraps around the boards of the far side, but not out of the zone. Riding that blue line is going to be Stewart. Tried to play it back underneath. It's going to be deflected and sent back out through center. Parker Sell trying to work his way in on the right wing. Had the puck knocked away from him. He's able to gather it back, flips it over to the far side. Bouncing puck finally comes down. McKiska fires a shot. Goes just a little bit wide, deflected all the way out. Sluka will chase back after it in his own zone. Sluka through the neutral zone, backhands it in on the near side. Not into the zone, however. Princeton's able to pick it up, and they'll start it back the other direction. Stewart plays it ahead on the right wing for Bauman. Crosses over to the slot, fires that one, or tried to fire it, but he was tied up by Parker Sell. Bauman back behind. Chris crosses and gives it up for Nelson, at least momentarily. Carpenter will pick it up and get it back out to the neutral zone, and that's where the Princeton Tigers will pick it up. Long lead pass over to the near side for Bauman. It's going to go out of his reach, and Sluka will pick it up for the Dragons. Zigs and zags back and forth over to the far side. He's going to get it back ahead for Welch. He's checked off the puck, and Nelson fires that one back deep into the zone. Back behind Olsen, it goes with 7:25 to play in the second period. Carpenter, a lot of speed working his way through the neutral zone. Has the puck knocked away from him. Now 2-on-1 going the other direction. Willie goes back behind with the puck. He's in with Huber, but couldn't quite get anything going as he couldn't control the puck all the way through. Back to the point, it'll come from Miller. Miller plays it underneath. Huber sends that one out in front. Dribbles its way through, but it's going to be picked up there by Carpenter, who sends it the length of the ice. It'll be an icing call. Will come back down into the Pine City zone, but I think Pine City just wanted to be able to get a change after having the puck in their zone for so long. Pine City will get a fresh set of skaters out there. Dalton Willie to take the draw against Seth Linnell. Far side left of Mason Olsen with 7:02 to play second period. Draw comes back, and it'll be picked up there by Melland. Played back underneath. Huber knocked off the puck. Puck comes over to the near side. Smetana tries to step up on it. Able to get it back out to the neutral zone, but it's picked up by Melland and sent back in. Princeton still off sides along that far side as Linnell's going to slowly pick it up and set it from his own zone. Works his way back behind his own net. Huber. Good forechecking by Huber, forcing that puck. Centering feed came out in front. Patno tried to hook up with Huber on the doorstep. Another one comes out in front. Point blank shot by Dalton Willie is denied by Mason Olsen. And now finally he'll come away with Linnell. Linnell back through center. Works his way in on the left wing. He's in with Leaguer. And we're going to get a whistle. On and off sides on the far side. Always thrown off a little bit when you see the hand up from the referee instead of the linesman, but two referees, one linesman. One linesman can't cover everything, and so They will usually have the referee cover one of them. Working together as a team. Good job by the officials to be able to do so. Sal has to come back and check up as that puck came in a little bit early for him. Puck over to the near side. Working in, firing a shot at Berglund, but it got knocked down in the legs of Saluka. Saluka will pick it up across from Akiska. Tried to play it back for Welch, but instead it's going to be picked up by Sell. Sell works his way in through the high slot. Puck dropped for Welch as it was kind of knocked away from him, but also pushed by Sell. Sluka in his own zone. He'll fire it along the far side, and it's going to be icing on the Dragons. We'll go the length of the ice back into the Dragons zone for a face-off. Far side left of Olsen. 5:35 to play in the second period. Period a little bit more even between the Dragons and the Tigers. Dragons again started out like gangbusters in the first couple of minutes, throwing everything they had at Kager, but not able to get it past him. Then they had a 5-on-3 in the period for about a minute and a half, and still were not able to solve the young sophomore. Great job by Kager and the Princeton defense in that period. We'll talk a little bit with Coach Sauter during the second intermission break. Puck comes back. Sell trying to fire a shot or at least center it, do something with it. He's tied up on a nice defensive play by Prosser. Puck comes out in front, flipped up in the air, and Welch is going to get himself a goal. That puck just happened to come out in front. And that makes it now 3-1 in favor of the Dragons. Be an even strength goal at 11:54. Welch unassisted on the play makes it 3-1. With 4:58 now left to play here in the second period. Just talking about how even it was and how well the Tigers were playing in the period. Puck along that far side as the official loses it. That's centered out in front. And it just goes past Huber. And now an opportunity for Smetna going the other direction. Smetna works his way in. Big save on the backside by Kager. What a save by Kager. Able to track that puck through on Smetna. Linnell crosses the line. Works his way in. Gets it tied up in some skates, dribbles it down the backhand towards the netminder. Kager knocks that one to the corner. Puck back to the blue line. Lindblom able to hold it in on that far side. A couple of big checks along those far side boards. Things getting physical here in Princeton. Puck sent down the length of the ice. Olsen's going to wave that one down. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the fact. The officials now are going to talk about it a little bit. I think they're going to get some offsetting minors. See who all heads to the box. Officials are going to talk about it. Both Lindblom and Willie head to the box. They're going to play at 5-5, so we'll have some offsetting minors and a face-off out at center. So no power play for either team. A little bit of line shuffling, though, as Lindblom has to head into the box, as well as Dalton Willie on the other side. Face-off in the Princeton zone with 4:03 to play here in the period. Back it'll come Smith. Flips it along the boards along the far side. Chasing after it. Berglund's going to be the first one there. Berglund trying to get it out in front for Smith, who was driving through the center. But he never got it out there. Puck over to the near side. It's going to be kept in along the near side boards by Lindquist. It'll go up into the netting in the corner. 3:47 to play. Period number 2. 3-1 is the score in favor of the Pine City Dragons. Face-off out in the neutral zone. Welch and Jensen, who have done battle all night long. Puck comes over to the far side. It's going to be sent in by Smith all the way back behind. Carpenter flips it along over on the far side. Quick touch pass, Welch. Long lead pass ahead for Sell on the near side, and it just skipped off with the blade of his stick. Tries to center it out in front. Nobody there, though, for the Dragons. Kept in on the far side by Carpenter, at least momentarily, and back it'll come now for Welch in the neutral zone. Sluka on the near side. He's going to fire that one in. Save made by the netminder Kegger as he holds on, or he just knocked it to the corner, rather. Back through center, it'll come for Lindquist. Tried a long lead pass over to the near side for Berglund, out of his reach. All the way back into the Pine City zone, and Sluka will pick it up for the Dragons. Flipped over to the near side for Sell. Sell works his way in 1-on-4 as the Dragons change behind the play. Puck back to the blue line. Berglund's going to get it. Not quite out, though, as Leaguer comes in with it. Over to the far side. Sell back for Leaguer, but it's going to be knocked away by Berglund. And back it'll come for the Dragons. Over to the near side. Donné works his way in. Donné back behind. Gets out in front. And it was poke checked away from him, I believe, by Sluka. It looked like he was going to go back behind, but he zipped his way out in front. Big check out at center. And now the puck deep into the corner on the near side, and we're going to get a whistle. On a roughing call. Things have gotten kind of physical in this game, but officials still want to keep control of it. 14:33 of the period. It's going to be a penalty to Brody Lindquist. It'll put the Dragons back on the power play. They are 1 of 3. They had a 5-on-3 earlier in this period for about a minute and a half, but were unable to capitalize on it. Looking to be able to pick one up here before the end of the period. They'll be on the power play for most of the period unless they score. Puck over to the far side, trying to get it backdoor on the near side for McKiska. Unable to do so. Now it's going to be a break going the other direction for Smith. Smith in on Olsen, shot and a goal! Princeton Tigers shorthanded. Short-handed goal at 14:52. Makes it 3-2 and a huge momentum shifter on special teams. We've seen it earlier that Cam Jensen gets an assist on that one. And makes it 3-2. As I was saying, we've seen it earlier in the period on the 5-on-3, where Princeton was able to kill that one off and able to gain a ton of momentum. Pine City now is going to have to try to gather themselves and be able to get a good possession on the power play. In on the left wing, it comes in with Youngblom. Youngblom works his way back behind, tried to center it out in front, got tipped just a little bit, but just enough to be able to come all the way back into the Pine City zone. Smetna from his own end will start it from there. Works his way back through center, gets knocked away, and now another opportunity. Nelson going the other direction. He goes down, and we get a whistle, and a trip is going to be called on Pine City. It's going to even things up. This will be the first opportunity that Princeton will get on the power play. They'll have about 53 seconds on the power play. 15:26, the time of the penalty. It goes against Youngbauer. We'll play 4-on-4 now for another minute. Puck over to the far side. That shot comes through, held on to by Mason Olsen. Shot taken by Ryan Melland. Face off in the Pine City zone on the far side. 83 seconds remain in the period. 57 seconds left to go in the 4-on-4. Puck held up against the boards back behind by Sluka. He's going to work his way out of his own zone. Ahead it comes for Sell on the near side. Sell lays it across for Welch. Welch is going to flip it in along the far side. He was just before the red line though, and it's going to be icing. It'll come all the way back down the length of the ice. Minor mental mistake there by Aiden Welch. I think he thought he was a little further up ice when he turned and fired it ahead. Faceoff will come back down into the Pine City zone. Draws one back by Princeton, but it's going to come out of the zone and to neutral. Melland over to the near side, and bringing in is going to be Duffner. Tried to play it back out in front for Willie. Couldn't handle it, but he's able to track it down back behind. Far side, Huber sends that one cross ice over to the near side. Pinching in on it is going to be Duffner with 45 seconds remaining in the period. Down to 18 seconds left to go on the 4-on-4. Carpenter loses an edge, plays it back to along the far side boards. Kept in by Mellon, steps in, fires a shot. It's going to be knocked down and taken away by Welch. Welch is going to bring it back. Even strength, still 4-on-4. Dumps that one in deep. He's going to chase in back after it. 3-2-1, and the Tigers are at full strength and now on the power play. Puck, though, comes back for Lindblom, who was able to send it down the length of the ice. On goal, knocked out of the corner by Kager. 17 seconds remaining in the period. That puck is going to come free on the far side, and it's going to be sent ahead by Duffner. But his lead pass, trying to get it ahead for Huber, is instead picked up by Lindblom and sent down the length of the ice. 5 seconds remain in the period as Princeton back in their own end is just going to get pinned up against the boards, and that'll be the end of the second period. 3-2 is our score. Pine City still leads it. Princeton, though, on the power play for another 26 seconds into the third and final period. We'll talk to Coach Sauter and recap the second period of play when we return here on WCMP Online.
Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley, providing you with the highest quality food for your family. This week at Daggett's, get Hormel all-natural pork butts for $1.59 per pound. Honey Crisp apples are just $1.79 per pound. Daggett's own fresh baked Italian bread is 2 for $3, and Best Choice mac and cheese is 3 for $1. Deals are good this week only while supplies last. So hurry into your local grocery store. Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley.
The new year is here. It's the perfect time to trade out the old and bring in the new. That's the new furnace to keep you cozy warm for the rest of winter and for years to come. Aquarius Home Services, your local heating expert, is here to help with a fantastic New Year special. How does a new furnace for as low as $45 per month sound? That's right, as little as $45 per month. To learn more and schedule your free estimate, visit AquariusHomeservices.com today.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank & Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/getThere. Franzen Bank & Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
M Health Fairview brings world-class care to North Branch. You'll have access to the latest groundbreaking research discoveries combined with convenient care close to home. In North Branch, their dedicated care team specializes in family medicine, diabetes education, and physical therapy. Most of the staff and providers from the Pine City Clinic are now available in North Branch. To schedule an appointment, call 1-855-FAIRVIEW or use MyChart. Urgent care is also available Monday through Friday from noon till 8 and 9 till 5 on the weekends.
Minnesota, it's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Online at minnesotaequipment.com.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
WCMP Online. Andy Beckstrom on hand back here in the second period intermission, joined by Coach Sauter. And second period, a little bit more even between the two teams. Shots on goal, only one apiece, or one different, I guess I should say, 11-10 between the two clubs.
Yeah, we kind of got away from what we started the game with a little bit. We weren't firing enough pucks on the net, just to your point. I mean, we feel that if, we had 17 shots the first period, which is great, but yeah, to come back, still 11, but not enough quality shots. We got to possess the puck a little bit better.
It did seem like you guys were able to handle the power play and be able to get a lot of shots towards Kager during the 5-on-3 and the power play, but just couldn't find an answer for him in the second period. Was it just momentum that they maybe had grabbed from the end of the first or from that 5-on-3?
Yeah, maybe. We did get one by him, but I'm not going to say anything more about that. But yeah, we just have to, again, do our jobs and get pucks to the net. And he played a little better in the second than he did in the first, so I'll give him credit for that. But we feel there's still a lot of goals out here. But more important for us, we just got to play defense. If they don't score another goal, they don't win. So that's the message we're bringing to the guys after the first period too. It's like defense first. We have a skilled offensive team. We're just, our biggest Achilles heel now is getting pucks in the net. So for the other team, so we just got to prevent that.
What's the message in the locker room for the final 17?
Defense, 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 and just ignore the noise like we always say. It's getting chippy out there. The intensity ramped up. We just have to ignore what is happening to us and fight through it and do our jobs. It's simple.
Sounds good. We appreciate you joining us here during the intermission break, and we'll talk to you at the end of the game.
All right, thanks.
We'll be back here on WCMP.
Chad Greenway here. Mortgage rates haven't been this low since 2017. Time to talk to your local Franzen Bank about buying your first home, a cabin, or an investment property, building your dream home, refinancing to lower your mortgage payment, or for a home improvement project. Franzen Bank will be with you every step of the way. Find your local Franzen Bank mortgage expert today at franzenbank.com/get there. Tell them Greenway sent you. Franzen Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear & Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear & Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
It takes a team effort to ensure a successful future. That's why Town & Country Insurance in Hinckley, Finlayson, and Mora, your local Grinnell Mutual member insurance company, and Grinnell Mutual are celebrating the accomplishments of our student athletes across every sport. We recognize the dedication it takes to work and play hard. Your display of teamwork makes it easy to trust in tomorrow. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
Wellia Health offers sports medicine services at all our campuses in Mora, Pine City, and Hinckley. Dr. Mullen and his team treat a full range of sports injuries for all athletes at any level of competition. If you are injured, we want to help you return to the game as quickly and as safely as possible, providing the sports medicine care you need when you need it to help you live life well with Wellia Health. Call 320-679-1313 to schedule for any location.
Before it's too late, call Dale's Heating and Appliance. Winters here can be brutal. When the temperatures drop, it's important to keep your heating system working in your home or office. Dale's Heating and Appliance will install and service an array of top brand heating systems and provide 24-hour emergency service. Trustworthy, on-time, and worry-free, Dale's Heating and Appliance in Pine City, serving all communities. For expert service guaranteed, call 320-629-3531.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Each and every hockey player on the ice has had dreams of one day making it to the pros. As we get older, we still have dreams, But those dreams change. Are you dreaming of a new home or maybe a remodeling project on your current home? Let Log Creek Builders help you make your dreams a reality. George Sell with Log Creek Builders is ready to help you complete your next project. Visit Log Creek Builders on Facebook to see what dreams have come true for others and what is possible for you. Log Creek Builders says good luck and go Dragons.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our rapid mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
Reliance Financial is a full-service accounting and tax firm. They offer a broad range of services for both business and personal finance. They take pride in helping their clients achieve their financial goals. Reliance Financial can help you with tax planning and preparation, wealth management, and day-to-day accounting needs for your business. Whatever your financial needs are, reach out to the knowledgeable staff at Reliance Financial today. Locally owned and operated. Find them at rfinancial.org or 307-462-6991.
WCMP Online, Andy Beckstrom on hand back here in Princeton as it is a 3-2 lead for the Pine City Dragons after 2 periods of play. Princeton has a lot of momentum, though, getting a goal in that second period to even things up. One apiece between the two teams in that second period. Shots on goal, Princeton actually outshoots Pine City 12-11 in the period. 2-period total, 28-19. Pine City still leads in that department from the first period of play. Taking a look at the recap from the period, 2:39, a hooking minor to Brody Lindquist. Then at 3:55, a charging minor to Blake Smith. Pine City had the 5-on-3, but were unable to score throughout the entire process of that. Even strength goal, though, by Pine City at 11:54, as Coach Sutter alluded to, being able to sneak one past Mr. Kager at 11:54 from Aiden Welch, made it 3-1. Pine City then got a roughing minor by Jimmy Lindblom at 12:53, putting Princeton on the board or at least on the power play for the first time, offsetting minors on Dalton Willie and Brody Lindquist, slashing and roughing at 12:53. Ends up basically evening that out. It's still played on. Shorthanded goal then by Princeton at 14:53, though, as Pine City went on the power play. They get it. Blake Smith from Cam Jensen made it 3-2, and then Ryder Youngbauer, the penalty at 15:26 that's carrying over into the third period that's still up on the board. 3-2 is where we stand after 2 periods of play. Pine City will be shorthanded for 26 seconds to start the period. We'll have that for you when we return on WCMP Online.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity. Of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley, providing you with the highest quality food for your family. This week at Daggett's, get Hormel all-natural pork butts for $1.59 per pound. Honey Crisp apples are just $1.79 per pound. Daggett's own fresh baked Italian bread is 2 for $3, and Best Choice mac and cheese is 3 for $1. Deals are good this week only while supplies last. So hurry into your local grocery store, Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley.
The new year is here. It's the perfect time to trade out the old and bring in the new. That's the new furnace to keep you cozy warm for the rest of winter and for years to come. Aquarius Home Services, your local heating expert, is here to help with a fantastic New Year special. How does a new furnace for as low as $45 per month sound? That's right, as little as $45 per month. To learn more and schedule your free estimate, visit AquariusHomeservices.com today.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/get there. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
WCMP Online. Andy Beckstrom on hand for the third and final period of action here in Princeton. 3-2 is the lead by the Pine City Dragons after 2 periods of play. The message from Coach Sauter going to the locker room is just defense, defense, defense. If they can hold Princeton off the board, they'll win the hockey game, and that mask checks out. Even my Malacca mask, that'll check out up on the board. They lead it 3-2. Hoping to be able to hold them off here for especially the next 26 seconds, as they will be shorthanded to start the period. Still a lingering penalty from Youngbauer. Have to see how that first handful of seconds plays out. And then if Pine City is able to take that momentum through the remainder of this game, or if Princeton can somehow swing it towards their direction, they got to feel pretty good about that period. Again, they outshot Pine City 12-11 in the period and really limited the chances that Pine City had. You figure that it's 12-11 as far as shots on goal in favor of Princeton, but at the same time, Pine City had a 5-on-3 for a minute and a half, so you'd think that they're going to get a bunch of shots. So really, even strength through Princeton, you could make the argument, more or less dominated that period, being able to come away with just a 1-1 tie in the period as we move our way into the final frame here in Princeton. Puck along the near side is going to come into the zone, flipped out in front by Willie. Save made by Olsen. Puck comes back to the point. Kept in at the blue line by Mellon. Fires a shot just wide over to the far side. It's going to be backhanded high. Mellon's able to hold his own on the far side, but played by hand pass. We'll move the faceoff down the length of the ice. Just 29 seconds, or 19 seconds rather, gone by here in the third period. 7 seconds remain in the power play for the Princeton Tigers. They try to set something up and maybe get one last rush before getting back to even strength. And Pine City back to full strength before the Tigers can really get anything rolling. Puck over to the near side, slides its way back through to the neutral zone. Head into the Pine City zone. Sluka back after it, back behind his own net. It's going to start it from there. Off the boards on the far side for Sell. Sell lays it all the way over to the near side. Nice blind pass across for McKiska. Is able to get in. Fires that one out in front. And a good decision there by Kegger not to be able to hit that one. It was going to come all the way through. If he would have hit that, he would have put it right on the stick of Parker Sell. That one comes through, deflected up into the netting. But a good decision by Kegger not to deflect that, as it came through on a very tough angle. More of a centering feed than anything else. Face off on the far side left of the netminder. Shot comes through from the blue line, and Rydberg got that on all the way through, and save was made. And that one's going to be dribbling out in front. Youngbauer, I think Youngbauer is going to get credit on that one. Youngbauer sent it out in front, and it just dribbled past the netminder. I don't know if he was sliding one way and it just had kind of a change-up effect. But Pine City gets an even strength goal now at 107. Smetna on the assist. And a little bit of a surprising result there, as I don't think that anybody expected that one to go into the back of the net, but it just kind of had a little bit of a, I don't know if waffling kind of feel to it, as it just kind of wobbled a little bit and kind of was a little bit of a change up. And I think that Kegger ended up sliding through as the puck kind of came back behind him and was not tipped on the way through. Might have been tipped by one of the defenders on the way through, but nonetheless ends up being a goal for the Pine City Dragons. Princeton clears that one down the length of the ice, be able to get a change. 15:08 to play, period number 3. Pine City leads it 4-2 over the top of the Princeton Tigers. This game was a 5-1 victory by the Dragons earlier this season. That one dribbles its way to Kegger. He scoops that one up off the draw. Draw one back by the Dragons. Back it'll come. Sluka fires a shot just wide in the net. Over to the near side. Welch pinches up on it. Correction, that's going to be McKiska that pinched up on it. Carpenter on the near side kicks it to try to be able to keep it in the zone, but he's unable to do so as Pine City can't hold the edge. Princeton gets it back, chopped up in the air. It'll go out of play. Face off back in the neutral zone. 14:50 to play, period number 3. 4-2 is the lead for the Pine City Dragons over the top of the Princeton Tigers. Sluka on the far side tries to lead long over to the near side from Kiska, but couldn't quite connect on that one. Princeton's going to pick that up, send it forward. It's going to be brought in by Berglund on the far side. Jensen gets all the way in deep. He lost the puck over to the corner. Jensen's going to gather it back behind, but it's going to be taken away from him by Sluka. But Sluka loses it out in front now for Berglund. Berglund tries to turn and fire it back underneath. Big check on the far side, knocking Jensen off the puck, and we're going to get a whistle going the other direction. Long lead pass ahead for Sell. Sell has it knocked away from him. Beautiful play by Melland. Coming back on defense. Sell to the backside now for McKiska. Fanned on the one-timer on the backside. Back to the point. Back it'll come now for Smetna. Smetna will work back in his own zone. We still have the hand up and the extra attacker on. And now finally the whistle is blown. The puck was knocked away by Berglund. The official, though, blew the whistle. That was almost essentially an own goal for Pine City that would have been given to Berglund, but the official says that he touched it up and whistles it down. I thought that I heard it was a 5-minute major for a high stick. We'll have to wait for that one. In the box is going to be Cameron Jensen. Officials discussing it and trying to make sure that they get the right call before giving it to the score table. As the officials still discussing it with the various coaches and the score table, make sure everybody's on the same page. It's going to be a 5-minute major. So it's going to be a 5-minute major to Princeton, and now everybody skates out. The officials still discussing it with coaches. Trying to make sure everybody's on the same page here. 13:55 to play here in the game, and this is a big penalty to the Princeton Tigers, who, even though they gave up the goal, did have some momentum coming into the period. They had the power play that lingered across from Youngbauer. The goal that was scored was really almost kind of a fluke goal. And so really, you could make an argument that Princeton had more momentum than Pine City at that point, but this is going to be a huge game changer. But this could be a game changer really for either team. Pine City, if they get the goal, obviously really puts the pressure on Princeton, up 3 goals with less than 14 minutes remaining in the period, which is very tough to be able to do even at any point in time in the game, being down 3 goals. But if Princeton on the flip side can somehow be able to kill this off, then you could actually see a huge momentum shift over to the Princeton Tigers. Remember, on the last power play, they scored a shorthanded goal, which made it 3-2. Officials still discussing it. Coach Sauter is content with his explanation. Of course, he's also the one that's going to be the one that's on the power play. Coach Todd Frederick for the Princeton Tigers still wanting to know what's going on. Frederick assisted by Nathan Carnes, Scott Fritz, Travis Leonard, and Ken Hembry. Jacob Sauter for Pine City is assisted by Kip Ryberg, Jacob Sauter, Chris Pia, and Jonas Sauter. Now, after everything has been explained to everybody, we still have the 5-minute major still up on the board, and it'll be Pine City that will have that benefit of that 5-minute major. And the thing about a major is even if you score, you still remain on the power play. Lindblom on the near side had it tied up. Lindell over to the far side now for Smetna. Smetna slows it up. Now up top for Youngbauer. Youngbauer skates over to the circle on the near side. Gets it right back from Lindblom. Cross ice over to the far side. Throws it into the feet of Smetna. And now we get an interference call underneath on Pine City, and we're going to be even. So that's a huge call there for Princeton. That evens it up now for 2 minutes. So that's going to even it up. It's not going to give Princeton a power play at all. It'll just be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. And then Pine City will go back on the power play for 2 minutes again. That shot comes through and a save is made by Olsen. It ended up hitting off his pad and almost went past him. It slid past his pad just a little bit, but he's able to smother it. 13-17 to play in the period. 4-on-4 for another 106 seconds. Face off on the near side. Puck over to the far side. Sell is able to get it, chops it off the window, and it'll come back out to the neutral zone. Dalton Willie there will pick it up and work his way out on the right wing. Willie all the way through, puck checked away by Sell over to the near side. Backhanded along by Welch, but instead it's taken away by Princeton. Back it'll come underneath. Sluka takes it away for Pine City. And Sluka started out. Long lead pass over to the far side now for Sell. Sell crosses the line. Got a couple of players with him. Drops for Welch. Welch works his way into the circle on the far side. Carpenter up top calling for it. Quick touch pass came through the center, but Welch wasn't in play yet. Over to the near center in the 4-on-4. Puck comes back out to the neutral zone, played over to the near side, and it'll be brought back in by the Princeton Tigers. Puck underneath. Puck flipped high in the air. It's going to hit the ceiling on the attempt to clear. Puck will come deep into the Pine City zone. We got 49 seconds remaining now on the 4-on-4 before Pine City goes back on the power play on the major for high sticking. The 5-minute major still benefiting Pine City even when they're not really shorthanded, but after a penalty called. Nice couple of plays by Smetna to be able to knock that puck away multiple times from Pizdernik. Puck comes back over to the near side. Now Smetna works his way underneath, fires that one out in front, and it's going to be gloved by Kager. And held on to. 12:03 to play in the period. 32 seconds remain in the 4-on-4. Face off on the near side. Linnell to take the draw against Patnode. Draw one back by Patnode, but Linnell's going to crash after it. Drops for Smetna now. Still 4-on-4. Up top, Youngbauer. Pauses, plays it underneath for Smetna. Smetna loses it. Mellon is going to pick it up and start it back for the Princeton Tigers, rather. Puck sent down the length of the ice. It missed everybody. It'll be an icing call. Come all the way back into the Pine City end of the ice. 11:41 to go in the third period. 10 seconds remain in the 4-on-4 before the major takes over for another 2.5 minutes. It'll be about 2:37 remaining on the major for Pine City's power play. Draw one back by Pine City. They're going to hold on to it. I think they're going to try to hold on to it for the remainder. Sello comes in, takes it away. He's got Welch going to the front of the net, and it comes all the way through. Back out to the neutral zone. Princeton avoiding near disaster on that one. Puck over to the near side as Pine City will work from their own end now. Back on the power play. The major for about 30 seconds, and then a penalty called on an interference on Pine City. Even things up for 2 minutes, but the major still lingers on. We still got 2:14 to go in the power play. Sluka over to the far side for McKiska. McKiska from the circle, fired a shot. Save made. Rebound sat out in front of Kager for a moment, but he's able to leap forward and smother it. 11:01 to play in the period. 2:06 to go in the game, or 2:06 to go in the power play, rather. Face off now on the far side left of netminder Kager. Puck won back by the Dragons. Sluka up top, slides it across for McKiska. McKiska saucers it over the top for Sluka, over to the far side. Sell, backdoor feed over to the far side. It was behind McKiska, though. He had a backhand to catch that one. Off for McKiska, steps up in the circle, fires a shot. Save, made big rebound on the backside. Carpenter had to go just past his stick. Sell on the near side is able to hold his own momentarily, but then Princeton able to get the clear, and it'll come back now for Sluka. Puck along the far side. Duffner steps up on it, fires it back deep into the Pine City zone. Sluka from his own handle started along the near side boards. Carpenter crosses over to the far side and deep into the zone. He'll set things up on offense. Loses an edge, however, did not go down. Somehow able to maintain possession of the puck. Puck back up top, and it's just going to come back out to the neutral zone. The Dragons have to come back and check up. But that allows the Princeton Tigers to be able to pick it up and send it down the length of the ice. Sluka, anticipating that, waited back in his own end. He's going to lay it off for Sell. Under a minute to go now in the man advantage. Puck ahead now goes for McKiska. McKiska into the zone, sets things up, top of the circle, far side. McKiska gets it right back. Trying to get it for Sluka. It's going to be knocked away and almost taken for the races by Berglund. But Pine City has to come back and check up. They're going to slow things up a little bit, get a full change, get fresh legs out there. Leaguer on the near side. Over to the far side now. Sluka is going to try to work ahead with it. Sluka lays it ahead for Sell. Almost too far. Slowed down by Smetna on the right wing. Works his way in. Sell back behind. He's tripped up on the play, but the puck knocked away from him. Nice defensive play there by Duffner. If he doesn't get the puck, then it's a penalty, but he got the puck. Smetna steps up, fires a shot. Tipped out in front. Still loose. Leaguer was trying to poke that one in on the weak side, but he just couldn't get it past the netminder Kager. Puck wrapped around the boards on the near side, and it's going to be cleared down the length of the ice, and we are going to be back to even strength. Great job by Princeton, being able to kill off that power play. Now the puck underneath. Nice defensive play there by Lindblom, knocking it away from Huber. Huber still tracks it down on the far side, plays it back to the point. He gets it right back from Prosser. Huber all the way over to the near side now for Stewart. Stewart plays it down low. We are even strength. That shot comes through on the far side from Willie, and it's going to go off the window and down deep into the Princeton zone. They'll have to start it from their own end. 8:23 to play here in the game. 2-goal lead for Pine City, but Princeton, you got to argue, has a lot of the momentum right now as they were able to kill off that 5-minute major. They were aided by a penalty taken in the middle of that evened it up at 4-on-4, but nonetheless, that was still 3 minutes worth of power play that they did not get a goal on. No hands go up on that one as Linnell was tripped up. Puck back to the blue line. It's going to be kept in at least momentarily by Patno. Now the puck comes ahead for Smetna, but driving back after it is going to be Stewart. And offsides at the blue line. 7:47 to play in the game. Shots on goal 37-21. Princeton's played it pretty even here in the game. Stick with us during the post game. We'll talk with Coach Smetna, or Coach Sauter, I should say, and wrap things up here on the post game. 7:47 of game time before that. And a lot of momentum on the Princeton side. Pine City hoping to be able to hold on here in this Mississippi 8 conference tilt. Big check put on out at center. Sell took the worst of it, but puck comes free. Sluka hits the post, though, as he came all the way deep into the zone. McKiska holds the zone on the far side. Picked up now by Mellon, trying to get it out against it. Coming out in front for Welch. Welch had an open net, and he ends up throwing it into the glove of Kegger. Beautiful save by Kegger. What a play by the sophomore. Aiden Welch thought he had another goal yet tonight, but he could not find the back of the net. I think Kegger was almost surprised that it hit his glove as well. Rydberg holds the zone on the near side. Tries to play it down low for Lindblom. Instead, it's going to come free for Jensen, and it'll be laid down alongside all the way deep into the zone, and it's going to be knocked to the corner by Olsen as he does not touch it up. They wave off icing as Berglund was chasing after it pretty hard. Back it'll come now, Smetna. Trying to play it back for somebody. It'll be picked up on the run now by Rydberg. Rydberg loses the puck, but it's going to be laid in by Linnell on the right wing. Back behind. Smetna and Rydberg chase back in after it. Rydberg knocked the puck, had the puck knocked away from him rather. Lindquist picked it up. And sent back ahead by Mellon on the far side. Smetna out in the neutral zone. Takes it away for the Dragons. Puck back ahead. Sent in now by Lindquist. Back behind over to the far side. Berglund stepping up on it. Sends that one out in front, and Olsen's going to hold on to that. .6:24 to go here in this hockey game. Pine City leads it 4-2 over the top of Princeton here on their home ice. Face off on the far side right of Olsen after the glove save. Welch and Willie to take the draw, and draws one by Pine City initially, but Princeton picks it up immediately. That puck trying to play it off of the netminder was Huber. I don't think he was trying to necessarily center it. Now the puck slides through everybody. It'll head down the ice. They'll wave off icing. Back after it is going to be Duffner. Puck didn't have a tremendous amount of momentum. Now the puck's going to be sent in on the left wing. Bringing it back is going to be Huber. Huber gets all the way in deep. He fires a shot. It's deflected up and out of play. Under 6 minutes to play here in the hockey game. Face-off will come back out in the neutral zone. Face-off on the far side neutral zone. Picked up by Carpenter, uses his speed, is able to get through and into the offensive zone. Works his way all the way in deep, tried to fire a shot, but he got tied up in the skates of Duffner. Puck back to the point, Lindblom fires a shot, now goes off of the leg of Bauman. Over to the far side into the corner. Dribbling that one out, it's going to be Lindquist trying to take it out of his own zone. Ahead for Bauman back at center. Bauman flips that one ahead over to the near side, for the far side rather, for Nelson. Pine City's offsides, and they get whistled down, and they'll get a face-off back in the neutral zone. 5:26 to play, and so far, Coach Sauter's message of defense, defense, defense is getting the job done for this Pine City squad. 4-2 is the score. Dragons have gotten one goal here in the period to be able to make it 4-2. But Princeton does have some momentum. Sell brings it in over the far side, fires a shot, save made, big rebound, still out in front. McKiska can't get there before Berglund. And Berglund's going to bring it back. Uses his body nicely to get past Sell. Berglund all the way into the offensive zone, fires a shot, deflected by Saluka. Berglund gets it back, tried to center it out again. It's going to come back to the point, over to the near side, stepping up Stewart, fires a shot, rebound made. Mason is down on the ground, Olsen was trying to get his legs out to be able to pick that one up, but unable to do so. Long lead past Sell. Sell works his way the other direction. He's trying to turn and be able to center it, but it's going to come back out to the neutral zone instead. McKiska backhands that one in deep. Pine City's going to change behind the play. 4.5 to play here in the game. Stewart through center on the left wing, brought in now by Jensen. Jensen tied up all the way through by Sluka. Back it'll come and drop down by Smetna. Smetna through center, works his way in on the right wing. He's in with Linnell. Able to slide past a check, fires a shot, save made. Puck will come out to the far side, and sliding out of his crease will be Kager to be able to hold that one. He'll smother that. .407 to play here in this hockey game. 4-2. Pine City leads it. Looking to go 2-0 on the year against Princeton. Two teams could potentially meet in the postseason. We got a big matchup with Monticello looming, though, on Thursday for Pine City. We'll have that game for you here on WCMP as well. Princeton trying to drive in. Now we get a whistle on a hold, and I think that it's going to be Youngbauer that's going to go to the box. So Youngbauer is going to go to the box, and Pine City is going to be shorthanded with 3:51 remaining here in the hockey game. Minor for holding, assessed to the Dragons, and Pine City will be shorthanded. We'll see what Princeton can do if they can get a goal here on the power play. They can feel pretty good about the remaining couple of minutes, get themselves in a position to be able to pull their goaltender. Pine City, of course, hoping to be able to keep them off the board and just get the outright win, continuing the mantra of Coach Sauter and defense, defense, defense. Puck back along the near side. Berglund plays it along over for Jensen. Back for Berglund, and he had it just dribble off the end of his stick. Princeton being very deliberate this time, wanting to make sure that they get themselves set up, and Pine City's going to pick that one up and clear it down the length of the ice. Minute 25 to go in the power play. 3:13 left to go in the game. Long lead pass ahead over to the near side now for Mellon. Correction, that's going to be Jensen. Jensen works his way in, fires a shot in. Save is made and held onto by Olsen. Offensive zone draw now for the Princeton Tigers. Pine City did a great job the one time they were shorthanded in the second. Face off on the near side left. Draws one back by Princeton. Over to the near side now, set for Melland. Melland gets it right back, plays catch back and forth in the corner with Willie. Back for Melland. Melland in the high slot, fires that one. Dribbled its way through. It's tipped a couple of times by multiple different sticks. I think the last to touch it was Pezdirnik. But the puck still cleared down the length of the ice. Is a nice save by Olsen as he's able to track that one all the way through before Pine City gets it cleared down the length of the ice. Brought all the way back into the zone. Underneath it'll go for Huber. Huber plays catch back and forth with Willie. Over to the near side now for Willie. Steps up in the circle. Back for Huber. Huber for Willie up to the top of the circle on the near side. Plays it across. It's going to be Mellon that steps up, fires a shot. Weak side shot from Huber on the rebound. Tries to fire that one in from an edge. And once again, Olsen standing tall, able to make the save. 23 seconds remain in the power play. 2:13 remains in the hockey game. Thought maybe Princeton might take their time out right here, but they're going to play it on, hoping to be able to get that goal. 2:10 remaining in the game. Puck back to the blue line. Willie has it go past him. It'll be picked up there and played by Huber. Huber, cross ice, gets it back, trying to get it for Huber. Instead, it's going to be a breakaway for Sell going the other direction. Sell fires a shot from the far side. It's going to be smothered and held onto by the netminder Kager. And with 2 seconds left to go in the power play, it's not going to make much of a difference as far as the power play is. The faceoff is going to be in the Princeton zone. Minute 52 to go in the hockey game. 2 seconds remain in the power play for Princeton. Then Youngbauer will be back. Quick shot off the draw. Welch fired that one, basically a one-timer from the linesman, and Johnny on the spot was the netminder, Kager, to be able to glove that one. And now Princeton is going to take their timeout with 1:50 left to go in the hockey game. 4-2 is our score. We'll be back here to Princeton on WCMP Online.
M Health Fairview brings world-class care to North Branch. You'll have access to the latest groundbreaking research discoveries combined with convenient care close to home. In North Branch, their dedicated care team specializes in family medicine, diabetes education, and physical therapy. Most of the staff and providers from the Pine City Clinic are now available in North Branch. To schedule an appointment, call 1-855-FAIRVIEW or use MyChart. Urgent care is also available Monday through Friday from noon till 8 and 9 till 5 on the weekends.
In Princeton, as we work our way through the third and final period of play. Four to 2 is the lead for the Pine City Dragons. Princeton takes their timeout to be able to get things set. We get set to come out of the timeout. 1:50 remaining. 110 seconds from a Pine City victory if they can hold off Princeton for another minute, just under 2 minutes. Puck back out through center is going to be picked up by Sell almost. Now he does pick it up. He fires a shot, glove save, and held on to by Kager. 97 seconds remaining as the clock will continue to melt away for the Princeton Tigers as the Dragons feeling the victory coming, leading by 2. We'll keep an eye on Kager to see if they pull him, if Princeton's able to gain possession of the puck and get it down ice. Kind of hit and miss sometimes with a 2-goal lead, whether they do that as Kager comes out high. Puck is going to come down and into the zone end. Kager is going to come back, but Pine City is able to flip that one back out to center. Looks like Princeton's going to wait and see if they can get puck possession in the zone before they get too deep in it. Princeton can't hold the zone as Pine City is able to get the clear. And now it's going to be flipped back by McKiska. Ahead it comes for Sell, trying to backhand it in, looking for the empty netter. Down to 1:04 left to go in the hockey game as we now move under 1 minute. Empty net at the Princeton end. Puck in on the left wing with Padno. Works his way back behind. Battling in the corner. Padno, Berglund, and Sluka. Sluka content to just keep that puck pinned up against the far boards. Puck comes free instead with Lindquist. Gets to the high slot. Tried to move it back door for Mellon, but got knocked away. That puck comes all the way through. Save is made. Nice play on that far side, but Berglund played it with a high stick. He had to wait for somebody else to touch it up. And the high stick is going to move the faceoff back the other direction, so Kager is going to have to come back on with 30 seconds remaining in the hockey game. 4-2 is our score. Pine City looking to hold on for the victory. Puck back behind as Princeton trying to work from behind their own net. Long lead pass ahead on the left wing. Losing an edge on that far side is Willie. Puck comes back out to center and cycling back after it. Lindquist plays it over to the near side. Pine City's trying to smell out that empty netter. Down to 7 seconds remaining as the puck is tied up on the far side. Weak side shot from a very bad angle by Lindquist, and Linnell is going to pin it up against the back boards. And that'll be it. 4-2 is our final score as the Pine City Dragons win it over the top of the Princeton Tigers here in Princeton. We'll come back on WCMP. We'll talk to Coach Sauter, and we'll get the wrap-up on the postgame here on WCMP Online.
Minnesota, it's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Online at minnesotaequipment.com.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Chad Greenway here. Mortgage rates haven't been this low since 2017. Time to talk to your local Franzen Bank about buying your first home, a cabin, or an investment property, building your dream home, refinancing to lower your mortgage payment, or for a home improvement project. Franzen Bank will be with you every step of the way. Find your local Franzen Bank mortgage expert today at franzenbank.com/get there. Tell them Greenway sent you. Franzen Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear & Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear & Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
WCMP Online, Andy Beckstrom joined by Coach Sutter here on the postgame. And Coach, first and foremost, congratulations on the victory, able to hold on for the final score of 4-2. Here, being able to withstand everything that Princeton threw at you there in the third period.
Yeah, they got better as the game went on, and we might have not have brought our best today, but the boys stuck with it and pulled it through. So,
your brother said that the message was going to be defense, defense, defense for that third period. And it felt like you guys did a really good job in that third period. Princeton had a couple of momentum shifts, a couple of moments, but otherwise you're able to really hold them kind of away from Mason for the most part.
Yeah, I thought defensively we did a good job. Again, giving up a shorty is never something you want to do, but we preach defense all year, and they did a good job a lot tonight. I know we gave up probably 27 shots or so, but most of them were for the outside and pretty easy for Rolly to save, although he did make a few big saves there.
He definitely had a couple of moments where the puck sat kind of in that area. He was able to get his legs on top of a couple of them there. Overall, your feelings on the way things have gone this season, as you guys started a little slow at the beginning of the year, but now you're able to kind of on a roll, I guess, 8-10 since then.
Yeah, it was just a very short off season for us with, us not being hired until fall and getting to know the kids and teaching them the style of hockey we want to play, and they're starting to do that game in, game out. We do need to be a little more consistent, but, we're starting to play good hockey, and hopefully we can keep getting better here as the playoffs come. So,
do you know much about Monticello? Are you looking forward to that matchup there on Thursday?
Oh, yeah, yep. Monticello is a team that I'm not sure we've beaten in a while, and, they took it to us pretty good this year, and I kind of felt that was our turning point this year. We did lose to them 4-1, but that might have been one of our best games, first 3-period games, so we're going to look to get back at them this week.
Well, we definitely look forward to being able to see you on the ice on Thursday, be able to take on Monticello. We'll look forward to that game.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for joining us here on the post game. We'll come back here on WCMP in just a bit.
It takes a team effort to ensure a successful future. That's why Town & Country Insurance in Hinckley, Finlayson, and Mora, your local Grinnell Mutual member insurance company, and Grinnell Mutual are celebrating the accomplishments of our student athletes across every sport. We recognize the dedication it takes to work and play hard. Your display of teamwork makes it easy to trust in tomorrow. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
Wellia Health offers sports medicine services at all our campuses in Mora, Pine City, and Hinckley. Dr. Mullen and his team treat a full range of sports injuries for all athletes at any level of competition. If you are injured, we want to help you return to the game as quickly and as safely as possible, providing the sports medicine care you need when you need it to help you live life well with Wellia Health. Call 320-679-1313 to schedule for any location.
Before it's too late, call Dale's Heating and Appliance. Winters here can be brutal. When the temperatures drop, it's important to keep your heating system working in your home or office. Dale's Heating and Appliance will install and service an array of top brand heating systems and provide 24-hour emergency service. Trustworthy, on-time, and worry-free, Dale's Heating and Appliance in Pine City, serving all communities. For expert service guaranteed, call 320-629-3531.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Each and every hockey player on the ice has had dreams of one day making it to the pros. As we get older, we still have dreams, but those dreams change. Are you dreaming of a new home or maybe a remodeling project on your current home? Let Log Creek Builders help you make your dreams a reality. George Sell with Log Creek Builders is ready to help you complete your next project. Visit Log Creek Builders on Facebook to see what dreams have come true for others and what is possible for you. Log Creek Builders says good luck and go Dragons.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our rapid mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
Reliance Financial is a full-service accounting and tax firm. They offer a broad range of services for both business and personal finance. They take pride in helping their clients achieve their financial goals. Reliance Financial can help you with tax planning and preparation, wealth management, and day-to-day accounting needs for your business. Whatever your financial needs are, reach out to the knowledgeable staff at Reliance Financial today. Locally owned and operated. Find them at rfinancial.org or 307-462-6991.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, a people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley, providing you with the highest quality food for your family. This week at Daggett's, get Hormel all-natural pork butts for $1.59 per pound. Honey Crisp apples are just $1.79 per pound. Daggett's own fresh baked Italian bread is 2 for $3, and Best Choice mac and cheese is 3 for $1. Deals are good this week only while supplies last. So hurry into your local grocery store, Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley.
The new year is here. It's the perfect time to trade out the old and bring in the new. That's the new furnace to keep you cozy warm for the rest of winter and for years to come. Aquarius Home Services, your local heating expert, is here to help with a fantastic New Year special. How does a new furnace for as low as $45 per month sound? That's right, as little as $45 per month. To learn more and schedule your free estimate, visit AquariusHomeservices.com today.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com franzen.com/get there. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
WCMP Online, Andy Beckstrom back here on the postgame, joined by netminder Mason Olson. First and foremost, congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
It was a pretty interesting night out there. It felt like you guys grabbed a hold of the momentum in the first at least handful of minutes of each period, but the first period especially, getting the 2-0 start right away.
Yeah, that's a big start to the game. Helps us just carry the momentum throughout the entire game.
Did you feel like you were seeing enough shots in the first period? I know that sometimes netminders, they like to see as many shots to really feel a part of the game, but you only faced a handful of shots in that first period, only 7 shots.
No, I really don't mind it. It's not really that big of a deal. Just try to stay warm, be ready for anything. And
seemed like Princeton tried to really ramp up the pressure, especially in that second period when they had a couple opportunities. Do you credit your defense, or did you just see the puck really well tonight?
Yeah, my defense played really good in our zone and seeing the puck really well tonight. All around, pretty good night for the boys.
Talked a little bit with Coach Sauter about Monticello. Did you get a chance to play against Monticello earlier this year?
Yeah, I played them earlier.
What was your impressions kind of generally about them?
Yeah, they're a pretty good team. They know how to work the puck. It'll be a good game Thursday.
Well, we appreciate you joining us here on the post game. It's going to be Mason Olson will be our Nichols Cafe player of the game here for WCMP. We'll get him the gift card for the free cheeseburger. So we thank you for joining us here on the post game.
Yeah, thank you.
Wrapping things up here on the post game from Princeton. It's going to be shots on goal overall are going to be 43-28 in favor of Pine City as they get 4 goals in the game. They win it 4-2 over the top of the Princeton Tigers. For the ball game, the Princeton Tigers now will move to 3-7 on the year, 2-6 in conference play. Their next matchup will be Friday at St. Francis. For Pine City, they improve now to 8-6, winning 8 of their last 10 and 7-4 in Mississippi 8 conference play. Their next matchup again will be Thursday against Monticello. I will have that game for you here on WCMP. Other games coming up on that night will include Hinckley-Onamia boys basketball, Pine City Bram girls basketball, and Onamia-Hinckley girls basketball. We hope you enjoyed all those broadcasts. Hope you can join us for one in the future. And until then, have a good night, everybody.